Greeting, this is L. Bennett Turner, aka Love Linux OS, coming at you with my third video of the new year. I guess I'll stop counting my videos and just start doing them. It takes a little time to get them made and to turn them into something decent and presentable for your viewing. This particular video, I've been Googling and searching and scouring the internet for just knowledge about open source, and I'm thoroughly starting to immerse myself into this wonderful movement. And in doing so, I come up across all sorts of websites, and some of them are very good. Different projects website. I show most of the project website when I introduce a distro or application. I show that application's website as well. But sometimes, these websites, they're all about disseminating information about the open source movement and not necessarily pushing a product or a project. So I decided to feature other websites other than just distros and applications. So in the quest of knowledge or gaining information, you run across written, video, illustrated tutorials, and those tutorials are called how-tos, giving you direction on how to do something, how to go about something. Now, some of them are relevant, some of them are a bit outdated or a bit dated because technology constantly evolves. But with a little deductive reasoning and some logic, you can put together or marry a few different how-tos together to get the result that you're looking for. And some of these websites just be straight on point. They give you great steps, great illustration, even written, video, illustrated. It all is rolled up into one to produce a pretty good product. One site that does that is How-To-Geek. I know it's not all about open source, but it has a plethora of open source things going on with it. So let's look at How-To-Geek website, and they cover way more than just open source. It's a great technical website. If you love technology, you want to learn about technology, this is a good learning resource, a good tool that is giving away a lot of free information. So if you go and click on Linux, you can see everything that you can learn here. What's coming out, what's new, what's latest about Linux. And if you click on the search feature and just type in PXC, because this is what I was searching for, or what I was Googling about. And basically in me Googling about this, I came up to this particular article with step-by-step instruction on how to set up a Pixie boot. Now I would basically just Googling about, hey, give me a little bit more information on Pixie Linux. I want to figure out, hey, what exactly do I need installed and how do I get it installed? And that's the whole process of why you look at a how-to or a tutorial, is to see what the steps you need to do, because no one knows everything about computers. There are some guys that are pretty phenomenal. They know quite a bit, but no one knows exactly everything. That's been in a nutshell. That's really an honest statement. Some people that specialize really good at what they do. So without knowing everything, that's good to know that we have good tools out there, especially a search engine like Google, and more engines and other sites that you can come across that'll teach you, let you search and let you find out about. So I'm not going to make this video that long. I just want to mention How-To-Geek, show that Linux section, show that Pixie how to boot, and I want to talk about the project that I learned about through them called Fall. Got a couple of issues with them. They said I was, they banned me from their forum, just one day of use of their forum, and I was spamming and I got banned automatically. I was like, wow, that's pretty intense. But hey, I know people want to, these open source project communities, and I read where they got hit with spam, so I could understand their apprehension go, my goodness, you know what I'm saying? It's like I sent 1,000 emails to them or something. But you know, Fog is a pretty good open source project. It simplified setting up a Pixie server and booting with Pixie Linux. So it made installing a pre-execution environment pretty simplistic. And it was their tutorial here that introduced me to them. Fog. Let's see. Go and click on the next, get to the next tutorial, and that's it. They pretty much show you how to expand for an open source project. They simplify installing the server, and I did this all on the command line through Secure Shell on my network server. That's really just an old computer, just doing a lot of great stuff now. Just because I took pfSense, which I wrote about in the early article, and that allowed me to separate, as I spoke about in this article, separate AT&T Uverse box out of my network, and now I do Wi-Fi behind them. I don't use their incorporated Wi-Fi. They're just simply a gateway to the internet. Everything else I control on my side of my network. I'll boot from my Pixie server just to show you that I got it going, but I won't go into any elaborate details because I want to save that for a later post. Alright, so let's start up I'll start off a virtual machine just so you can see it Pixie boot, and I'll just go through the boot menu instead of setting up BIOS, boot order, or whatnot, and that's basically it. I was able to edit the menus, create all the menus. I can still boot from the hard drive and everything. You kind of got some stuff separated. Utilities, one of my favorite, I may let you see it boot, is being able to go to backtrack, which is a nice little system hardening. Got a bad name, somewhat of a bad reputation, but you do white hacking or black hat hacking with it. You know what I'm saying? You want to kind of just make sure your system is, is good for intrusion detection and stuff like that, or testing your system. I really don't have no huge network of nothing like that in that sense right about now. So there's no need for me to have industrialized hacking done or testing on my network. This is all for home, all for learning purposes and everything. And so that's the beauty of what we're doing. So, and then you can just come right up in here, and I like the mouse, keyboard flawlessly integrates. And this is backtrack, the last backtrack. It's became Kali now, and it's a little different on getting that one in. But I remember when this first was came out, it did not let you install and stuff like that. But it's come a long way, this little series, and I like it. I like it a lot. Well, there it is. I just want to show you that you can go out there and you can find as much information as you possibly want. There are some good websites, and How-To-Geek, HTG, is one that I found worthy enough to mention and to share with everyone, because it has a lot of open source relevancy on its website and plenty of tutorials to let you know not only how to incorporate and do things just in the open source, but in other areas of technology as well. And I love everything about technology. I'm specializing or focusing in on open source, and I hope to leave a significant work within this field. So with that being said, thank you all for watching this video, and be blessed.